Goodbye, proteinuria. Let's have an honest talk about what you're drinking every day. That morning glass of orange juice, you probably think of it as a healthy hit of vitamin C. Those 8 glasses of water? You sip them proudly, believing you're helping your kidneys flush away toxins. And switching the diet soda? That feels like a clever move to dodge sugar. But here's the truth, science is showing us something surprising. Some of these so-called healthy habits may quietly be working against your kidneys, even triggering proteinuria without you realizing it. So here's my question for you: out of all the drinks you reach for in a day, which one do you secretly wonder might be doing you more harm than good? Share it in the comments, because I promise, we're listening. In this video, we'll uncover 4 hidden culprits and, more importantly, reveal 3 true hero drinks that can protect your kidneys. The last one, the number 1 hero, will surprise you, because it's not exotic or expensive. It's probably already waiting for you in your own kitchen. And just so you feel safe here, everything I'm sharing is backed by real science, peer-reviewed research, no hype, no miracle claims. Just clear answers you can trust to take better care of your kidneys. The 4 worst drinks for your kidneys. Drink 4, energy drinks. Let's start with one that might surprise you: energy drinks. On the surface, they look harmless, even helpful, when you're tired and need a boost. But inside every can is a dangerous cocktail that can push your kidneys to the edge. Doctors have a name for the damage these drinks can cause: acute kidney injury, AKI. And here's the shocking part: a major review found that AKI was the most common kidney problem linked to energy drinks, showing up in more than half of the reported cases. Why does this happen? It's not just one ingredient, it's the way they all collide inside your body. Imagine this: up to 20 teaspoons of sugar flooding your system from a single can, when the American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 to 9 teaspoons a day. Then add in nearly your entire day's worth of caffeine in one hit, sometimes up to 350 milligrams. That's a jolt strong enough to spike blood pressure, strain your heart, and overwhelm your kidneys all at once. And here's the real danger: caffeine plus sugar plus taurine isn't just an addition, it's an explosion. Together, they create a stress storm your kidneys weren't designed to handle. Over time, this can show up as protein in your urine, or in the worst cases, sudden kidney injury. It doesn't stop there. These drinks often hide extra phosphorus and sodium, both of which pile on even more stress for kidneys already working overtime. There's even a case of a 20-year-old man who ended up with kidney failure after just 1 week of drinking 6 cans a day. That's how quickly the damage can happen. So here's the bottom line: the only safe amount of energy drinks is none. Even the sugar-free versions aren't a safe bet. They may skip the sugar, but they still hit you with the caffeine overload. If you need a lift, try green tea for a gentler caffeine kick, or grab a handful of nuts for steady, natural energy. Sometimes, even a short walk or a few minutes of deep breathing can wake up your body better than any can ever could, without leaving your kidneys to pay the price. Drink 3, alcohol. So, is alcohol a friend or a foe to your kidneys? The answer isn't as simple as yes or no. In fact, science describes it as something called the J-curve, a pattern that's as puzzling as it sounds. A huge 2023 study looked at data from more than 14 million people. It found that very light drinking, about 1 small drink a day, was linked to a slightly lower risk of proteinuria compared to not drinking at all. But once people crossed into heavier drinking, that protection vanished and the risk actually climbed. Here's the catch: even the researchers themselves warn that this doesn't mean alcohol should ever be considered good medicine for the kidneys. The so-called protective window is so tiny, and the risks of overstepping it are so high that moderation, or better yet, avoidance, remains the safest choice. Why? Because alcohol doesn't just relax you. At higher doses, it quietly turns against your kidneys in two ways. First, it dehydrates you, forcing your kidneys to work harder with less fluid. Second, it raises your blood pressure, straining those fragile filters that are already working tirelessly. Over time, this double attack can trigger proteinuria. It gets even more complicated. A 2019 study showed that alcohol can lower blood pressure at first, but then cause a rebound spike while keeping your heart rate elevated the whole time. That means your kidneys are left struggling to filter blood that's rushing through your body faster than normal. So, what does this mean for your choices? One standard drink equals a 12-ounce beer, a 5-ounce glass of wine, or 1.5 ounces of spirits. And if you do drink, the safest boundary is 1 drink per day at most, and not every day. But here's something really important: if you already have kidney concerns, high blood pressure, or you're taking medications, that tiny protective benefit doesn't apply. For vulnerable kidneys, even 1 drink can start the damage. So while alcohol may look like a sometimes friend, the truth is, your kidneys see it more often as a foe. And if you've made it this far in the video, do me a favor, let us know you're here by tapping the like button. It helps us keep bringing you content that protects your health. Drink 2, dairy milk. This one is tough to talk about, because for so many of us, milk has always been seen as a symbol of health. We grew up hearing it was essential for strong bones, full of calcium and protein. And while that's true, it's also exactly where the problem begins, especially for the kidneys. Here's why: just 1 cup of dairy milk has about 8 grams of animal protein. That may sound harmless, but this type of protein can create something called acid loading, which damages kidney cells and forces your kidneys into overdrive. Blood flow increases, pressure builds inside those delicate filters, and over time, that strain can lead to proteinuria. Milk also carries a heavy load of phosphorus and potassium minerals that healthy kidneys can handle without trouble. But if your kidneys are already working at reduced capacity, which is common in stages 3 to 5 CKD and especially in seniors, that same mineral load becomes overwhelming. And the risks go beyond kidney function. When phosphorus builds up in the blood, it pulls calcium out of your bones and can even harden your arteries, turning them into rigid pipes that raise your risk of heart disease. Too much potassium, on the other hand, can disrupt your heart's rhythm in dangerous ways, sometimes leading to cardiac arrest. This isn't just theory, it's what kidney specialists warn about every day. Let's look at the numbers. 1 glass of 2% milk has over 250 milligrams of phosphorus and about 383 milligrams of potassium. Switch to skim milk, and the potassium climbs even higher, 409 milligrams per glass. That's a huge portion of the daily limit for someone on a kidney diet, in just a single drink. And it's not just milk. Yogurt, ice cream, pudding, all dairy products often pack in even more phosphorus and potassium, especially with added processing. So what's the takeaway? If you choose to keep dairy, keep it small, no more than half a cup, and only with your doctor's guidance. Sometimes, they'll recommend pairing it with a phosphorus binder. But for many, finding kidney-friendly alternatives is the safer and kinder choice for your long-term health. Drink 1, sugary beverages. When I say sugary drinks, your mind probably jumps straight to soda. But the truth is, the category is much bigger. Sweetened iced teas, fruit punches, sports drinks, and yes, those energy drinks we just talked about, they all fall under what scientists call sugar-sweetened beverages, or SSBs. So what actually happens when you sip one? Right away, the fructose sugar load hits your system. Your blood sugar spikes, your kidneys scramble to filter, and the risk of proteinuria quietly rises. On top of that, the way your body breaks down fructose creates uric acid, a toxin that's particularly rough on kidney cells. Over time, these drinks even squeeze down the blood vessels inside your kidneys, reducing their own blood supply. And here's the part that really opened my eyes. A massive 2024 UK study, looking at almost 200,000 people, found that drinking just one sugary drink a day raised the risk of chronic kidney disease by 45%. And the twist? Diet sodas and zero-calorie versions were even worse, linked to a 52% higher risk. So the safe swaps so many people make may not be so safe after all. But here's the hopeful part: every risk has a solution. Start small. Replace just one sugary drink a day with water infused with lemon, cucumber, or mint. If you love bubbles, go for plain sparkling water and add just a splash of 100% fruit juice, enough for flavor, without the sugar overload. For an energy lift, unsweetened tea or black coffee are worlds safer than any soda or sports drink. And here's a little insider trick: if you do have something sweet, drink it with a meal instead of on its own. The food slows sugar absorption and softens the shock to your kidneys. I know, hearing about all these hidden dangers can feel heavy. But remember this: for every drink that harms, there's another that heals. For every risk, there's a natural ally waiting to protect you. Your kidneys don't need perfection, they just need those small, steady swaps that tip the balance back in their favor. 3 drinks to reduce proteinuria. Drink 3, homemade lemon water. Sometimes the simplest things turn out to be the most powerful. Take lemon water. It's not about detoxing or trendy cleanses, its real magic comes from one quiet little compound called citrate. And for your kidneys, citrate is like a secret bodyguard. Here's why it matters. If you already have protein showing up in your urine, an early red flag for kidney disease, then preventing kidney stones becomes absolutely critical. Stones in healthy kidneys are painful enough, but in kidneys already under stress, they can cause sudden, permanent damage. That's where citrate steps in. Most kidney stones form when calcium and oxalate find each other in the urine and bind together. Citrate changes the game. It steals the calcium first, locking it up in a form that stays harmlessly dissolved. With no calcium partner left, the oxalate can't form stones. And lemon water adds another benefit: it gently shifts your urine from acidic to more alkaline. That small change makes it harder for certain stones, like uric acid stones, to form. It also eases the acid burden your kidneys constantly battle. This isn't just theory. In fact, studies back it up. A 2021 clinical trial showed that daily lemon juice boosted citrate levels in people prone to stones. And a 2017 meta-analysis confirmed the same thing: citrus drinks really do increase protective citrate in the urine. In other words, the science agrees, the disruptors are on duty. And the best part? You don't need much. Just the juice of half a fresh lemon in a glass of water every day. That's it. But and this is important, it has to be homemade. Commercial lemonade is basically sugar in disguise, and sugar is the last thing your kidneys need. One last tip: fresh lemons have higher citrate levels, and if you sip through a straw, you'll protect your tooth enamel from the citric acid. Rinse with plain water afterward, and you're good. Drink 2, green tea. Our next hero isn't exotic or rare, it's something many of us already know and love: green tea. But the real story isn't just about the tea itself, it's about a single compound inside those leaves that gives green tea its healing edge. It's called EGCG, a powerful antioxidant, and it's one of your kidney's best allies. Think of EGCG as having a two-step plan of protection. First, it acts like a firefighting team, rushing in to calm the flames of chronic inflammation that slowly damage kidney tissue. Then, once the fire is under control, it flips a master switch inside your cells, strengthening their own antioxidant defenses so they're better prepared for the future. And this isn't just theory, it shows up in real-world results. Researchers studying people with genetic traits that naturally make them drink more tea discovered something remarkable. Every extra cup of tea per day was linked to nearly a 20% lower risk of chronic kidney disease and a 24% lower risk of proteinuria. That's not just numbers, that's protection your kidneys can actually feel. Even more, a 2025 study looked at over 17,000 people with CKD and found that those who drank up to 4 cups of tea a day had an 11% lower risk of death from any cause. And for kidney stones? In women prone to calcium-based stones, daily green tea drinkers had 0 cases of the most common type, while nearly half of non-drinkers developed them. So yes, the evidence is clear. Green tea isn't just soothing, it's powerful medicine in a cup. But here's the key: how you brew it matters. Boiling water can actually destroy those delicate EGCG compounds, so let the water cool just a little before steeping. And don't throw those leaves away too quickly, you can steep them 2 or 3 times and still get fresh antioxidants with every cup. One last thing, skip the bottled green teas at the store. Most of them are really just sugar-sweetened drinks in disguise, and all that sugar erases the very benefits you're looking for. Stick to fresh, homemade brews, and your kidneys will thank you. Drink 1. Black coffee. Coffee has sparked debate for years. Some call it a savior, others a villain. So which is it? The truth is, coffee isn't just one thing. It's a complex mix of friends and a wild card. On the friend side, you've got antioxidants like chlorogenic acid and melanoidins, compounds that calm inflammation and help shield kidney tissue. On the wild card side, you've got caffeine. How your body handles it depends on your unique genetics. So, when you put it all together, what's the net result for most people? The science is surprisingly clear. A huge 2021 study, looking at more than 500,000 people, found that coffee drinkers had a 14% lower risk of chronic kidney disease. Those who drank 2 or more cups daily actually showed even greater protection. Coffee was also linked to an 18% lower risk of end-stage kidney disease, a 19% lower risk of proteinuria, and a 28% lower risk of kidney-related death. Other research backs this up. A 2020 study showed similar results, and a 2022 analysis of nearly 800,000 people found that higher coffee and caffeine intake cut the risk of kidney stones by 32%. Taken together, the message is clear: on balance, coffee is a kidney protector, not a foe. At the cellular level, caffeine works by relaxing tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, improving blood flow and filtration. But remember, genetics matter. If your body processes caffeine slowly, too much can leave you jittery, anxious, or sleepless, and for you, less is definitely more. So how do you get the good without the bad? A few simple steps: drink it black. Skip the creamers and sugar, they add extra minerals and calories that can cancel out the benefits. Mind the clock. Keep your last cup before 2 p.m. so caffeine doesn't sneak in and disrupt your sleep, which indirectly harms kidney health. Use a paper filter. It catches compounds like cafestal that can raise cholesterol and put stress on your heart. Listen to your body. If coffee leaves you wired or uneasy, scale back. Your genes may simply need a gentler dose. When enjoyed mindfully, black coffee isn't just safe, it may be one of your kidney's strongest allies. We want to thank you for being here, for listening, for having the courage to embark on this journey of discovering what truly benefits your health, a journey that isn't easy, but is worth more than anything else. Hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss a life-saving video. The sooner you spot kidney issues, the more you can do to keep things under control. If you're unsure about your kidney health and haven't been in good shape recently, check out the video on the screen here. We cover all the possible symptoms, helping you spot kidney failure and take action effectively if needed. See you there. Stay informed. Stay healthy.